Hi, James with the 1HourSmartHome.com. And today we're going to answer the question, Nest Thermostat Temperature Sensor. Is it worth it? Is it right for your home? Can it help you at all? And I'm going to say yes. So we're going to tell you a little bit about what this does and how you can use it in your home. But I've had this for a couple of months now, and after testing it out, I would never return it. And there's a couple reasons why. This can detect temperature in any room you place it in. You can detect temperature in your garage, in your bedroom, in your master bedroom, in a closet, or even along an exterior wall, as long as it's inside. Now, why is that important? Well, in Chicago, we had a recent cold streak where it got down to negative 14 degrees and maybe a little bit even colder in some locations. A lot of people had burst pipes. If you had a Nest temperature sensor, you could have placed it in places where you potentially would have had issues with burst pipes, like along an exterior wall, underneath your kitchen sink, or in a bathroom that had pipes located near the exterior. Having this would allow you to know just how cold or hot a specific area of your house is getting. Now, that's the extreme case. What do I use this for on a daily basis, and why is it important, and how can you use it? What I've found the Nest Thermostat Temperature Sensor to be most useful for, my voice just cracked there, is having it in a bedroom, right? A lot of people live in multi-story homes, and your thermostat may be located on the first floor, or it may be located on the second floor. And if your heating system is located on the first floor or second floor, that's just going to increase error. The thermostat is going to detect temperature where it's located. So oftentimes with heat rising and cold air sinking, what ends up happening is the winter is that you may have a really hot second floor and you may have a cool first floor. So you turn up the heat before you go to bed, but you turn it up a little bit too high and it's way too hot and you can't sleep in your bedroom. The Nest temperature sensor can help solve that problem because you can set it in your bedroom and know exactly what temperature it is there, as well as tell your Nest thermostat to hold the temperature on the Nest temperature sensor. So you can say, if you have a Nest thermostat on your first floor and you have the temperature sensor in your master bedroom, you could tell Nest thermostat to set the temperature to 72 in the master bedroom. Or if you're like me and you like to sleep a little bit cooler, you could say, set the temperature to 65 in the master bedroom and let the downstairs or wherever the thermostat is located get a little bit hotter or cooler depending on its location. I found this has greatly increased how well I sleep. There are tons of studies out there that you can look at, and they all talk about temperature when you're sleeping and how that can greatly affect your comfort. I know I'm one of those people that sleeps hot, so being able to precisely dial in the temperature before I go to sleep is huge. I love these things. I have one in our bedroom, and I've also added one in our garage because we have a water spigot down there, and I was worried about that water spigot freezing in the wintertime. Well, I was able to tell that our garage never got to a point where the temperature was so low that the pipes would freeze. This was super beneficial. I also put one of these underneath our kitchen sink where we've got exterior pipe and plumbing during the cold freeze, in the cold spell here. And I realized that it wasn't cold enough that our pipes would freeze, but it was good to know because it did get down very cold in that kitchen cabinet. It almost got to 32 degrees, so it was really interesting for me to know that information and keep an eye on it. Had it been an extended cold streak, it would have been happy and eased my mind to know that I had the temperature sensor there to see if there was going to be a problem. It's great to put in basements as well because oftentimes there's no temperature sensing or any type of control down there, and a lot of people have pipes in their basement that aren't insulated, which is a common location to get freezing pipes. So is the Nest temperature sensor worth it? absolutely, I highly recommend it. We're gonna have the links below. You can get a single temperature sensor. These typically run somewhere in the $30 to $45 range, or you can get a 3-pack, and the 3-pack is typically under $100. I would go for the 3-pack just because you're gonna find that you have additional uses and functionality for these. And if you have multiple bedrooms, it's nice to know what the temperature in each bedroom is at, so that maybe you're a little bit colder, but your kids are too hot in their bedroom, or you're a little bit hotter and your kids are too cold. And what you can do then is adjust the vents within your house by shutting them or closing them, or if you have built-in dampers in your vent lines, you can close them to provide more accurate heating and cooling. So I highly recommend this. This is a great addition if you already have a Nest thermostat. Now, it's only going to work with a Nest Thermostat E or a Nest Thermostat Generation 3. I'm sorry if you've got the Nest Generation 2 or you've got an older Nest thermostat, the Gen 1, it's not going to work. But if you've got a Nest thermostat in the last 2 years or so, you're most likely going to be compatible. But just go ahead and check on the settings menu inside your Nest Thermostat app which version you have. The Nest Thermostat Generation 3 and above will work, and the Nest Thermostat E will also work with the temperature sensors. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and visit us at onehoursmarthome.com.